Hi, Greg Giles here, CEO of Cavallo Horse and Rider. I'm here today to talk to you about the different Cavallo hoof boot styles that we have. We get various customers who have made the decision to take their horses barefoot and booted in Cavallos, and they're just a little bit unsure about which particular style may be best suited to them. So I'm just going to run through the individual styles with you today and explain the differences to you, which can help you make that decision. So we started with the Cavallo Simple Boot in 2006. And when we developed the Cavallo Simple Boot, it was we went with all leather. So the whole upper's leather, the collar's leather, the outside back flap is leather, the inside back flap is leather. And just on mentioning that inside back flap, I'll take the opportunity to let you know that all Cavallo hoof boot styles, no matter which one, the inside back flap, which goes up against the bulb of the horse's hoof, is genuine leather. And then we've got the special foam padding inside. So we've considered all the materials we tried initially in the testing. We found that leather just performed the best, and so we've made that a consistent thing no matter the style. So the Cavallo Simple Boot, as you can see with the two replaceable Velcro straps, it just opens up and very simple then to get the hoof in. So it's just this simple entry of the hoof into the boot. And the unique design, which is our patent. We're the only front opening hoof boot in the world. And the way that this tongue is molded into the sole, once the hoof goes in here and the upper is closed over the hoof, then this boot cannot come off the hoof. So in mud and bogs and the likes, you don't need a mud strap. We don't have an accessory that keeps the boot on in the mud. So as long as it's properly sized and properly fitted, Cavallo hoof boots won't come off. And the Velcro straps are obviously to the side, so there's a left and right boot, and it's sold in pairs. And we developed the Cavallo Simple Boot on what we call our regular outsole, whereas the length and the width are the same. So after we launched that, we had people contact us and say, look, whilst we love the boot, but the sole, our horses' hooves, are a little bit narrower than they are long, which is quite often the case on horses that have been shod and you've removed the metal shoes, and or hind feet, which are a little bit smaller than the fronts, for those that want a boot all round. So we developed the slim sole, size for size. The length is the same as our regular, but the width is 1/4 of an inch or 6 millimeters narrower than the length. And when we designed this upper, we just thought we'd do an updated upper, and we came up with this real sporty look. So that's why we call it the Cavallo Sport Boot. And as with the regular sole, we have the side drainage slots, one on each side. So it allows water to enter and exit freely, and also air to circulate. And that's part of the reasons why it doesn't get sucked off in mud and bogs. So we've got the Simple Boot on the regular sole, and then we had the Sport Boot on the slim sole. So then what we decided to do was to offer the boots and just to alter the soles on either upper. So you can have the Simple Boot, the all leather upper, or the Sport Boot with the nylon and leather upper on either sole. So they're interchangeable on regular or slim soles, sold in pairs. Then we got asked by people who said, listen, I shoe my horse, and I'd just like to buy one boot, like a single boot, in case I lose a metal shoe or for hoof injury, stone bruising, abscess, anything like that. So we looked to develop this, and we came up with this. We called it the ELB. And for the ELB, it's entry-level boot. And they wanted it to be as cost-effective as possible, because this wasn't like our simple and sport boots where they were being used as an alternative to metal shoes and riding on the trails all the time. This was just to be used occasionally, if at all. So we developed this, and the whole upper is 1680 denier industrial grade nylon. So it's the same nylon we've been using on the sport boot since 2007. And we developed it on the regular sole, and we also developed it on the slim sole. But then we also offered it in the bling material. So you can get the ELB on the slim sole or the regular sole, in the bling material or the nylon material. So it's your choice of which upper you like, and sold as a single or individual boot and not left or right. Then we got approached by a company who developed a unique material called Pro Mesh. And when they were developing Pro Mesh, it was to be used on horse leg boots. And the specification that they wanted with this particular material is they wanted a material that was lightweight, that was flexible, that was breathable, that had resistance to abrasion and some shock absorption. So they met all of that criteria with this material called Pro Mesh. And it's TPU, it's thermoplastic urethane. It's a special compound, and the leg boots became quite popular worldwide, and they approached us to see if we would want to use it in the hoof boots. And we got some material from them, we tried it, we really, really liked it, And what it does is it just gives a slightly snugger fit onto the hoof than the other materials. Not the other materials are bad, but the flexibility of Pro Mesh and its unique design allows us to do that. So again, we developed this as a left or right boot with a replaceable Velcro closure on the soles with the side drainage slots, and you can have it as the slim sole, or we developed it with the regular sole. And we also tried it in the green Pro Mesh. And we offered this about 4 years ago now, and we just offered it originally as a limited edition. It was a bit of fun that we'd done for St. Paddy's Day promotion. But it's become so popular that now we've lifted it's become a permanent part of the range. And as I said earlier, you can get black Pro Mesh or green Pro Mesh on either sole if you like, just personal preference. So that range of boots, so the 4 different styles, they're available in sizes 0 to 6 on slim or regular. And it's just up to you. It's like you go into a sports store and you see a wall of all of the different sporting shoes there. It just becomes personal preference of which upper you prefer. Obviously the sole is which gives the best fit for the horse's hoof. And then it can also be a function of how much money you want to spend. And there is a slight difference in the pricing because of the cost of the various upper materials. So after having developed that, and we've got that range of styles, and we've been consistent on the sole. So our soles are the same, as I said, for all those sizes 0 to 6. So then we got asked to develop boots for the big guys. So we developed the BFB, which obviously stands for Bigfoot boot. And we used the 1680 Denny industrial grade nylon for the upper on this. We kept the replaceable Velcro strap. Again, we incorporated the side drainage slots in the design of the sole. But this particular sole for the BFBs is available only on our regular sole. So the length and the width are the same. And it is developed on sizes 7, 8, 9 and 10. So we have 4 sizes of the BFB. So having looked after the big guys, I said, well, what about my little mates? So we developed the CLB, the cute little boot. And aren't they just that? And we originally developed the cute little boot in the black nylon, the industrial grade 1680 denier nylon. And then we thought, well, the bling was really perfect for these little guys. And so we've got it in the black nylon or the bling material. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say that we're very proud at Cavallo and very pleased that we're able to sponsor some mini horses all around the world, therapy horses, that are used to go into hospitals, old folks' homes, children's hospitals, adult hospitals, so visiting patients or residents and bringing a smile to the face of thousands of people all around the world, and also to the mini guys that can go in the confidence and safety, knowing that their hooves are protected, not going to slip and slide on those hospital floors or the shiny floors. And again, we've had these developed on the regular sole or the slim sole, and our CLB mini boots are in 4 sizes, M1, M2, M3 and M4. So that's the styles that we've got in the boots for the regular horses, if you like, from mini through to draft. And it really just becomes a personal preference of which upper style you prefer. As I said earlier, it could be a function of money or just personal preference. And then the hoof will determine which sole is going to be the best for your horse. So we've looked after those horses that are going to go out on the trails, or as I said, with the mini guys into any sort of situation, hospitals or that, or the mini guys, lots of mini carriage horses are using the boots very successfully and doing road work and that. But then we developed the most recent addition to the range is the Cavallo Transport Air. And this is a boot that's for transport regardless of the discipline and regardless of whether you're shod or barefoot. So it's offering 100% total hoof protection for horses that are being transported from the barn or the stable to the destination, whether it be the racetrack, the arena, the event, wherever they're competing, as no matter their discipline. And so this goes over the hoof, shod or barefoot. And this is also available in 7 sizes, 0 to 6. And the Transport Air is only available on the regular sole, so the width and the length are the same. So that's the complete range of the Cavallo hoof boots. I hope that that's helped you in your decision-making process about which style of upper is best for you and your horse. And I'd like to wish you happy trails no matter where you are around the world. Thank you.